There is only one day a year when I have a chance to post a video like this, and by God, I am going to use it. Today I'll play 4 itch.io games with a meme tag. Yes, there are enough games to justify it. I don't think any of you are surprised. Let's start this train wreck.
Without sucking. Between your elevator and the mine where you were trapped. You're such wieners, I should call you both John Shaft. I cracked rhymes.
Those lyrics are from epic rap battles of history. They don't make much sense out of context, but that wasn't the goal anyway.
When this sad broken dad joke and popo is no folk for the hurt you owe so bad. Ho 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 to quivers and bows. I'm delivering blows, and when they land, it won't. Easy out of here.
Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, drive fancy cars. Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, might not see them more. Everybody wanna be a superstar.
As you can see, this is a bullet hell. I don't know if Lario is just a red guy or the team name. John Wick is kinda slow, but he can roll to get some extra speed and dodge attacks. The roll has cooldown, so don't spam it. Despite being a meme game, it's pretty challenging. You start with 100 hit points, but they will quickly go down. Invincibility frames are very short. The game doesn't have sands, but I can certainly feel his presence. The main trio takes turns firing off their attacks, but the red lasers rebound off the edges. You cannot deal with them one at a time. It's tempting to stay at the bottom of the screen, but attacks can come from there as well. Your best bet is to stay in the middle. Other characters will often join the fight. I hope you're good at multitasking. I have to play on easy mode, so I don't die too quickly. Even the game says it's for those who don't want a life-destroying experience. There is some easy mode mockery, but I'll take it. It's not like a pink ball will distract you from the mess on the screen. Your character is small and he has a lot of room, so I wouldn't call this game unfair. Every attack can be dealt with. They have a lot of variety. Every minute there is something new on the screen. Even when I died over and over, this game did not feel repetitive. You can make a piece of art look intentionally bad, but it still needs to be interesting. This is stylistic suck done right. A lot of assets are just static images, but they somehow still have a lot of energy. Even the game over screens have variety. The developer really did not want you to get bored. I know Live and Learn is playing as a joke, but I genuinely like that song. It can even make this fight feel epic. If you like nonsense humor and challenging games, check out John Wick vs Lario at 3 AM gone wrong. Just like the title, it has a lot going on. This is Gecko Runner. It's inspired by that one game you can play when the internet is down. It's more popular than I expected. Huh, even the dinosaur game isn't immune to dark theories. At least it's not another coma. This is a multitasking endless runner. You have to pay attention to both the gecko and its shadow. The shadow grows and shrinks, depending on how far away the gecko is from the screen. A bigger shadow can jump higher, but is also a bigger target for aerial obstacles. The inverse is true for the smaller one. The gecko has its own obstacles to worry about. Small meteors will fall from the sky, trying to cause another extinction. There are red circles around every meteor. The danger zone is made pretty obvious. I appreciate how this game did not just take the dinosaur game and glue another one at the bottom. Even the former comes with a twist. The size changing makes the game a lot more interesting. I also like how a lot of obstacles have more than one solution. You can jump over the birds or shrink under them. You can run around the meteors or jump over them. The meteors are on fire, so them not casting a shadow is at least semi-believable. I'm usually not good at playing two games at the same time, but I can manage it here. I like to run as close to the white screen as possible and merge the two games into one. I can't do it for too long, obviously. Because of the premise, the game merges 2D and 3D graphics. They both look great. The shadows forgo pixel art. They look more like they're drawn with a pencil. The dinosaur and its obstacles look like they were drawn by a kid who's bored in class. The new art style is just as fitting as the original one. The gecko looks like one of those toy dinosaurs that gets bigger if you put it in water. This one is using a shadow though. I noticed that the fire is a bunch of floating cubes. I don't know why, but I like it. The music is pretty fast and energetic. It's like it's trying to distract you from the dark premise. The gecko does not get to try again if it dies. It just gets replaced by a different one. The new gecko is a different color than the old one, just to drive the point home. There are a lot of endless runners on the internet, but Gecko Runner manages to stand out, despite taking a lot of inspiration from a single game. This is Driftius, or Driftius. I don't know how to pronounce it, it's my first long video where I talk. You're in a car, driving through an obstacle course in space. You can jump, but you cannot drift. That's probably the joke. I'm playing a platformer with racing controls. They are just as incompatible as you think. The car is much faster than your average platformer protagonist. It cannot strafe or go left and right in the air. The course has a lot of wide gaps, so you can't afford to take it slow. You have to go at full speed. Fortunately, the car does not have a lot of inertia. It can reach top speed or stop almost instantly. There are no separate controls for the camera. The game is mostly linear, but there are some parts where I wish I had them. You do not have a health bar. You only die if you fall low enough. The obstacles knock you back a lot, however. Death is almost guaranteed if you get hit. The platforms get smaller the further you go. You are really gonna wish you had more standard controls. The gameplay can be frustrating. Considering the fact that this is a meme game, that might have been the intention. It's a good thing the game comes with a few safety nets. Checkpoints are relatively common. It takes a while to fall into the death zone, especially later on. You can just press R to teleport back to the latest checkpoint. The enemies don't respawn when you do. You only need to defeat them once. It took me a while to get the hang of the game, but once I did, I started to have fun. I kept playing, just to see all the weird stuff. A lot of walls have funny or surreal pictures on them. Go ahead, nothing feels out of place in this game. Some memes are placed on walls that you cannot easily see. I like it when the developers add Easter eggs. The game has some branching paths. Your reward for clearing them is more memes. You can explore everything or you can beeline towards the ending. your choice. My favorite part is the Among Us statue in the middle of the course. I like to knock it down. I wish the game had more of them. The music is a bunch of remixes of memetic songs. Considering what this game is, I couldn't think of a better fit. There are no sound effects, but I figure the game is chaotic enough without them. Like I said before, Drift Ice takes some time to get used to, but it's worth it. You're in for a fun and surreal experience. I had to show you the intro cutscene, or you would be wondering why this is a meme game. You start by choosing a stage and your character. I did not expect so many of them. This is a space shooter. I know we're not actually in space, but that's the only name I know for this kind of game. Normally, you shoot in the direction you're flying in, but you can lock yourself in by pressing the strafing button. There is even a little arrow to let you know that you are strafing. I would call it pointless, but I do forget what I am pressing sometimes. You can only shoot in two directions, but considering how fast the gun is, the game needed some way to nerf you. You need to collect 7 magical monkeys in order to reveal the exit. Why do they look the same as the stickmen? You have a variety of power-ups to help you out. Unlike the standard gun, they are all finite. Some of them activate on their own and some of them need a button input. They are pretty creative. My favorite is the laser sword. You slice enemies just by turning. I wish there was a whole game based on that gimmick. Invincibility plays the can-can music. I understood that reference. The levels can get crowded with enemies and bullets, but hearts are pretty common, so I never felt overwhelmed. At the end of every level is a boss fight. How did the developer come up with so many? Each boss stands out from the others. The fights last long enough to show what the boss is about, but not so long that they overstay their welcome. The art style is just as enjoyable. There are a lot of colors, but I can still tell what's going on. Every level has its own environment. Most games would use the same background for several levels, but this one goes the extra mile. The music and the sound effects have a lot of energy. Even when I could tell where they were from, it never took me out of the experience. This game was published on itch.io in 2024, but according to the description, it's been around since 2009. It remained half-finished for years, but the fans kept asking for the completed version until they finally got it. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. There is something nostalgic about this game. I would have loved it if I played it as a kid. Don't get me wrong, I love it even as an adult. The developer was right about Stratos Scruffy aging well. And that's all of them. I was supposed to play some kind of prank on you today, but I couldn't think of anything. Sorry about that. If you can think of any ideas for future videos, let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope I brightened your day.